Hello, my name is Marko Rubel. Most of you know me as the best-selling author of How to Invest in Real Estate Without Banks, or from numerous TV interviews on subject of real estate market, real estate investing, right? Now, I want to send you this short video and address the coronavirus crisis, give you my 3 tips on what to do, and also make you aware of another virus that's coming your way that most are not prepared for. So stay tuned, that second virus is bad as well. So first I want to say that I hope you're safe, you and your family, your loved ones are healthy and have access to food and other resources you need to make it through this unexpected crisis. But also, it is important to be strong up here. It is important to understand that this will eventually end. So your dreams and plans will go on. This is just a temporary halt. Since you're watching this, I guess you are a real estate investor. Or you see real estate as your way to making extra money or getting financially independent. Am I right? Question: is your dream over? Dead? Over? No, it's not. And listen what Napoleon Hill said. In every adversity lies the seed of an equal or greater opportunity. Listen, society needs you right now. At times of crisis where people lose jobs, the society needs honest real estate investors to help homeowners. So this crisis has what Napoleon Hill would say, the seed of opportunity for you to help others and help yourself at the same time. Now please, don't take this out of context and think I'm telling you to profit from human suffering. Oh no, I did not say that. What I'm saying is that homeowners will be in trouble, and if you are honest and knowledgeable and skillful, you'll be able to create win-win situations and help everyone involved, all up and honest. Stay tuned, I'll explain. Now, coronavirus, what am I doing and tips I have for you. Listen, I'm not an MD or a healthcare professional, but here are a few suggestions. Number 1, the most important, keep your sanity. You can spend all day long listening to news outlets and media or stories on social media. Is that what you're currently doing? That will make you crazy. I don't care about the media BS, I care about facts only. I suggest you do the same. So I get my info and what to do from cdc.gov, Center for Disease Control and Prevention, cdc.gov. Their directions are straight to the point, simple, so keep your sanity is the most important thing, right? Number 2, exercise common sense behavior. Obviously, wash your hands. If somebody sneezes in front of you, stop, walk this way for 30 seconds, then come back. If you get to an elevator, you see 5 people there, maybe take stairs, right? Get some exercise. And now practice social distancing. If somebody wants to handshake, do the elbow bump instead, right? Now, common sense, stay vigilant. Number 3 that I do, and I suggest you do, you need to increase your immune system. And this is the time where you need to watch what you put into yourself. So good food, not sugar, then get plenty of sleep, important for immunity. And you also have to do something else. You have to add supplements. Here's a must-have if you ask me. Number 1, vitamin C. Gotta get at least 2 grams. Glutathione. Glutathione is the most important antioxidant. You gotta get that. And very important also is the vitamin D3, and the best form is with the one with K2. Now, the issue with vitamins is absorption. What they say, bioavailability. So it does you no good if you take vitamins and they don't get absorbed. So for that reason, look for liposomal supplements. These get absorbed. Do you want to know what I buy? I'll have my video editor put it later on the website on the page here so you can have it, right? And you'll see where I get all my supplements and detox products. Now, let me tell you, I'm not their affiliate. I don't get paid for mentioning their name. What I'm doing is I spend years of searching for the best supplements, so I just want to let you know, right? Makes sense, right? If you ask me, they have the best products. I'll get you the link before the video ends. Vitamin C, glutathione, D3, K2. Right? Those are my 3 tips. Simple but effective. Now, listen, in one hand, I know people who are so scared of this. Way too scared, paralyzed, and that's not good. But on the other side, we have people who think that this all is just a media hoax. That's not good either, right? So if you ask me, I'm not worried all for my health. Not at all. Not a bit. But we all should take it very seriously. The most I'm worried about is the elderly and people with some existing conditions. And that's why all of us should take it seriously to not spread it and get those people in trouble. Make sense? Now, let me tell you what else is worrying me. What I call the second virus that's coming your way. The economic repercussions. Let me ask you, you're stockpiling on food, right? You're stockpiling on toilet paper, right? But how many of you are stockpiling on new knowledge and skills that will keep you prosper in challenging economy. You see, most of you are worried about freaking toilet paper, but you're not worried about your financial well-being. What's going to happen if you lose your job or your company goes out of business? Even before this crisis happened, you wanted to make more money, right? You know you deserve a better life and you wanted it, right? But now you're more worried about toilet paper than you are about acquiring the new skills that will keep you afloat financially. Look, you don't have toilet paper, you take shower. You don't have the new skill for the new economy, you're broke, you suffer, your family suffers. So you don't make sense to me. Worrying about toilet paper but not worrying about acquiring new skills, that's crazy. Successful people think differently and you need to do the same, so wake up, right? Now look at this. This is number of cases and this is trajectory of the virus, right? This is basically what you see all over the internet and the news, right? So this is time. It will get worse before it gets better. At the top, who knows? We may have hundreds of thousands of infected people, who knows? But listen, it will go away. The same way like a Spanish flu 100 years ago went away, right? So did the swine flu in 1976, right? And other pandemics. It will go away. But here's another curve I foresee. Here's this. What happens now? What happens with the hotel industry, with airlines and many other industries? The revenue is not coming in, so they're going to be laying off people. So if you think that this is the curve of economy, this is what's going to happen. And the recovery is going to be slower. So economy is going to go down. There are going to be a lot of layoffs and companies going out of business. And it's not going to recover as quickly because people will have to rehire, companies will have to rehire, retrain people. So it's going to be a slower recovery. That's the problem, you see? So back to what you can do. Listen, just yesterday, the economy was doing great and people got themselves into nice homes thinking it's all great. Many overextended themselves thinking it's all great, so let's buy a bigger home. Now, this shit happened. Nobody expected it. Layoffs will happen and many will be in trouble with those nice houses, right? They won't be able to make payments on. Am I telling you to take advantage of their misfortune? Absolutely not. But what I'm saying, what I'm asking you is, get the knowledge now, start learning now, and be prepared to help them out, to create a better outcome for them and make money by providing that great service, right? Now, let me show you something else here. Get this. If this is the fair market value of the house, if somebody got a loan here, and this is the first loan, if somebody got the loan, first loan, and now they can't make payments, guess what? If that loan is at 70 cents on a dollar and the bank forecloses and this house goes to the auction, guess what's gonna happen? The highest bid at the auction, it's not gonna be full price. People at auction, investors at auction, they bid at 65, 70 cents on a dollar. So the highest bid comes here. And guess what? The bank takes the house, or the highest bidder, if it's the highest bidder higher, gets the house. How much the homeowner gets? In this case, zero. They lose their credit, they make no money, they get evicted, right? That's the problem. Now think about, if you have the knowledge, unlimited funding strategies, you come in, you take this loan subject to, and guess what? You pay them this much for the property, let's say. So this much, let's say that's a 10%, additional 10%. Let's say you bought it at 80%. If you bought it at 80%, you still have 10% coming in their pocket. Now, you don't need to give them that cash. We don't do that. They take a note. So when you sell the house, they get paid. But listen this, you bought the property at 80 cents on a dollar with existing financing that you can resell and be the bank and allow other people who don't even have perfect credit to get into home ownership. Help them as well and provide for this homeowner outcome that's a lot better than if they went on foreclosure, if they were foreclosed on, right? Because they got more money, you see? So are you helping them? Absolutely. Are you getting a great deal for yourself? Absolutely. Are you helping a buyer later on? Absolutely. Now, let me show you a different case. What if this loan is higher? Forget about this. And if this loan is all the way to 80%, if this is the new loan, first loan, you got it? What's gonna happen? At the auction, the highest bid comes here. Who gets the house? Bank gets the house. Bank loses money. And what happens with this amount, in this case, the bank lost? This amount that bank lost. They can go after the homeowner for deficiency. depending on the local laws, or deficiency. Now, if this property was a rental property, this loss is also an income to that person. Because forgiveness of debt, it becomes income 1099. So IRS tax them on that loss. So this homeowner is in big trouble if this happens. Now, that's if you are not there. But if you come along, you can buy this property right for this amount, take over the existing loan, zero down, you bought it for what they owe on it, you bought it for that much, zero down, and now you have a property with existing financing at a low interest rate where you could be the bank and help someone else create profit upfront from down payment, cash flow, and a big backhand. Now, those are the strategies you need to learn as unlimited funding, right? And let me tell you, there is no one in the country willing to share who has more experience with subject to investing than myself. So we call it unlimited funding because in a way it's unlimited. So I will provide a few links below for you to learn and get ready to prosper by helping homeowners. Listen, in a few months, coronavirus goes away, but the financial virus hits hard, hits many. And that's your opportunity to help others and prosper. Do you know that some of the greatest companies in the world started in the toughest times in history? General Electric. Thomas Edison founded General Electric during the global recession in 1890. Now, 100 and so years later, it's one of the original 12 companies on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Have you heard of IBM? What about General Motors or Disney or Procter & Gamble? All of those companies started in times of crisis, some 100 or so years ago. Burger King started in 1953 at the end of the Korean War and skyrocketing inflation. They're still around. Microsoft. Bill Gates and Paul Allen founded Microsoft in Albuquerque, New Mexico in 1975. And guess what? In 1975, the country was in stagflation. The combination of rising unemployment and inflation combined with stagnant GDP. Not to mention huge spikes in the price of gas resulting from OPEC discussions to quadruple oil price, etc. Huge crisis. And look at the company today. There are many other examples. What about you? Why not create success for yourself out of this crisis? When you want to come out of all of this mess on the top, healthy and financially healthy as well. Would that work for you? Imagine this. Economy goes into recession. Everyone is struggling, but you have a business that is creating a dream life, all by helping homeowners. How would it feel to prosper instead of being scared? How would that feel? If you follow me, I can show you how. In the last crisis, in the Great Recession of our time back in 2000-2010, I became the #1 expert on foreclosures and short sales in front of National Real Estate Investing Association that represents 40,000 investors nationwide. I was invited to speak in front of many real estate investment associations around the country. I lectured over 15,000 investors on this subject. So I'm definitely qualified to help you. So this is the time of action, not closing yourself down scared. No, be vigilant. Follow common sense to protect yourself and your family from coronavirus, but watch out for economic repercussions. They're coming. Listen to this. Most of your competition will spend time watching the news all day. That's what your competition is doing, and they're talking back and forth with friends about these situations that they can't do anything about but follow the doctor's advice like you and me. So yeah, avoid crowds, wash your hands, but unlike your competition, I would suggest you focus on business. So with no competition, if you're the only one showing up to the race, it's a lot easier to win the race, wouldn't you agree? Let me end this video with something else. Do you know that last year 12,000 people died from just a regular flu? But do you know something else what nobody's talking about? How many died from a flu in 2008? You know what flu I'm talking about, right? The flu called recession. Nobody says how many died from that flu when many lost everything. Lost their homes, lost their retirement, their marriages, lost everything. And you know, stress is the biggest killer. It causes heart disease. Stress causes cancer. All of it. And you see, nobody talks about that flu, the financial stress. And that's the flu you can avoid if you prepare now. Make sense? Avoid financial stress and design your better life by starting now. When? Now. Now, the links are below. Now, I wish you and your family a lot of health and hope you take action to protect them and yourself, not only from the virus, but protect your loved ones financially. This is not the time to be scared. This is the time to be smart. Do it. Links are below. Take care.